In today's world, it's never been easier to get in shape, but it's also never been easier to be distracted. In mainstream society, we're constantly overwhelmed with hundreds of notifications, opportunities, and ideas that are all fighting for our time and attention. In my experience, the people that are most successful when it comes to weight loss are the people that are most focused. In today's episode, I'm going to share the #1 mistake that I see that prevents people from accomplishing their weight loss goal and paint a clear path forward so that you can harness the greatest superpower in 2025, which is focus, so that you can stay on the straight and narrow path and accomplish your goal in record time. All right, so let's start with the #1 mistake. Now let's do a fun little thought experiment here so I can illustrate this point. So let's say that we have 3 groups of people, 3 different professions, okay? So let's say that we have lawyers, let's say we have doctors, and let's say we have some mechanics. Now, here's the thing. Lawyers go to law school, doctors go to medical school, and mechanics go to automotive school. The reason they go to a specific school is because they want a specific outcome. Lawyers want to know how to litigate law and defend clients and prosecute things, right? And whatever else lawyers do. They go through a certain period of time where they're extremely focused so they can specialize in a certain skill set. Doctors, on the other hand, I don't think you would want to go be seen by a doctor that went to law school. They may know a lot about the legality of a physician's practice, but they might not be so good at diagnosing what's actually wrong with your body. And then a mechanic is kind of like a doctor, but it's for cars. If you have an upset stomach or a migraine for 3 weeks, you wouldn't want to go see a mechanic, even though they're really good at diagnosing problems with cars. Now that you understand that, there are some shared skill sets in each of these professions. So obviously there are things that intersect that lawyers, doctors, and mechanics all have in common. So one of the first ones would probably be like they're very logical people. They're probably good at communication. And most of these people that I know have a really good work ethic. So just because they have certain things that are in common doesn't mean that they don't need to go through a very specific and focused amount of time to specialize and become an expert at one particular thing. Now here's how it applies specifically to fitness and weight loss. So if you've been trying to lose weight for any amount of time, let me guess, you've probably done some exercise programs, you've probably tried some diets, you've probably tried a bunch of different things. So in the exercise world, let's think you've probably tried jogging, you've probably tried some boot camps, you probably tried lifting weights at the gym. For diets, maybe you did Jenny Craig, maybe you did keto diet, maybe you did the carnivore diet. Now, just like lawyers, doctors, and mechanics, when it comes to weight loss and the human body, there are different professions in the spectrum of all things considered fitness that accomplish very different goals. Just like if you're a lawyer, you go to law school. If you want to be a power lifter, you want to lift heavy weights. If you want to run a marathon, you become a runner. And if you want to lose fat, you do high intensity interval training. All of these things have certain attributes about them that are all shared and that are all in common. For example, doing all these things burns calories. Doing all these things makes your body stronger. And doing all these things improves your heart health. But just like you wouldn't want a lawyer to diagnose your migraine or a mechanic to treat you as a doctor, you don't want to be doing the wrong type of exercise when it comes to weight loss specifically. So if you look at these things, a lot of times people think that we're like so against any kind of other fitness. I'm just against not accomplishing a goal. So when I see someone that's tried for 10 years to hit a weight loss goal and they've tried all of these different programs and types of training, the thing that I see that's the biggest problem is they're just not focused and they don't stick to any one of these specific things long enough to ever see the outcome. That being said, they all have different outcomes. So like I said, if you want to be a power lifter, you want to be lifting a lot of weights and eating a lot of food. That's typically not the best plan for someone that's trying to lower their body fat percentage. If you want to run marathons, being a runner and going on jogs 3 to 5 times a week is a great way to train for that. If that's your primary goal, running a marathon, and that's important to you, that's amazing. It's your life, you live it the way that you want. But if you want to be a runner and lose body fat, it's not the most effective way. In fact, in a lot of cases, it can be very counterproductive. And if you want to lose weight, if you want to burn fat, you want to be doing high intensity interval training to get to a lower body fat percentage, but that's not going to make you the strongest person in the world or help you run marathons. So here's the last thing on how to apply this. The first thing that you want to do is define your goal. And then the next thing that you want to do, and the most important thing, is focus. Got to give it at least 4 exclamation marks because that's how important it is. So one of the biggest problems that we see when women come in trying to lose weight for consultations is that they're doing like cardio, yoga, weightlifting, and running all in the same week. And I'm like, what's your goal? If you're doing yoga, are you trying to improve your stretching and flexibility? If you're running, are you trying to be a good runner? If you're doing cardio, are you training for some type of marathon like I mentioned earlier? And they're like, well, no, I'm just trying to lose weight. And it's like, got it. So if we could eliminate all that other stuff and just focus on the thing that works the fastest and the best, would you be open to that? And they're like, oh yeah, I didn't know. Like I thought I had to do all these things just to try and lose weight. And I'm like, I know, there's so many things out there. Remember, it's so easy to be distracted, but if you can clearly define your goal and you can pair that with like laser focus, you can absolutely change your life in 3 months. So that is it for the video. Remember, focus is the #1 superpower in this crazy world that we're all living in today. If you did find value in the video, it would mean a lot to us if you just hit the subscribe button real quick. We do one of these weight loss tip videos every week, and also a recreated healthy recipe video every single week as well, so you can crush your cravings. If you want help implementing this stuff, the focus into your life so you can lose the weight that you want in record time and keep it off for good, then we would love to have you join us in our free 21-day online personal training program. In that program, we give you 3 things. We have fitness, which are 3 video sessions with Mila or myself at home on your own schedule, in the comfort and privacy of your own home on your own schedule. We give you a meal plan blueprint to help you kind of make great tasting food in a serving size that's specific to your body so you can lose weight. And then we do all that through our custom mobile app where we have communication with you. We keep you accountable to make sure you're doing those 2 things. And the average woman loses about 10 pounds in 21 days. If you want to do that, you can click the link below to book a call with Mila and she can get you all set up and taken care of. And if you want to check out another weight loss tip video, in this video here, Mila explains the top 5 reasons women gain weight during menopause. And if you want to check out a healthy recipe video, check out this video here where I go over how to make Greek yogurt snack cups. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.